Welcome back, class 10th. We are again on page 123 for chapter 10, natural resources we were dealing with. In this chapter, I have told you about different types of forest in my second video. And then in my just third video, third part, I have told you about correlation of forest with environment and forest conservation. Then conservation measures also I have told you. Now we are on draft national forest policy, an important point. Let us see this point and then we will conclude this chapter. So, Draft National Policy 2018 aims at sustainable forest management by incorporating elements of ecosystem, security, climate change, and forest hydrology. Robust framework to monitor and develop forest cover, strengthening overall environmental balance. So, this is what it is aims at. There are different objectives. Let us see different objectives. What are the objectives? The overall objective and goal of the policy is to safeguard the ecological balance and livelihood of the people for the present and future generation based on sustainable management of the forest. The country should have a minimum of one third of the total land area under forest and tree cover two-thirds in the hills and mountainous region. This will help to prevent soil erosion and land degradation and ensure the stability of the fragile ecosystem. Fragile means weak or delicate. Reverse the degradation of the forest by taking up rehabilitation without compromising its natural profile. Checking denudation and soil erosion in the catchment of rivers and wetlands through integrated watershed management techniques and practices. Maintenance of health of forest vegetation and forest soil for enhancing water supplies through the recharge of underground aquifers and regulation of surface water flow. Then we have safeguard forest. We have to safeguard forest land by exercising strict and restricting on diversion for non-forestry purposes and strict oversight. Oversight means we have to look after on the complicancy or complex sense. Compliance, it is compliance of condition. When conditions become complex, means the people are trickly using or cutting the trees. So that's what a complicated process should be looked after. Manage protected areas and other wildlife rich areas with primary objectives of biodiversity, conservation, and for enriching other ecosystem services. We have to increase substantially the tree cover outside forest by promoting agroforestry and farm forestry. Then we have to integrate climate change mitigation and adaptation measures for forest management. For forest management through the mechanism of REDD plus. What is this REDD plus? Stand for reducing emission from deforestation and forest degradation plus, so that impacts of the climate change is minimized. Then we have last point under this policy is that managing and expanding green space in urban and peri-urban areas, that is outskirt or hinterlands, to enhance citizens' well-being. Based on this conservation policy, the government has initiated the following measures. Number one, social forestry. Although we have read about it, but still need to elaborate it. It refers to the management and protection of forest and afforestation on the barren lands with the purpose of helping in the environmental, social, and rural development. Social forestry is a people-oriented, value-based joint management of forest with the major objective of satisfying the needs, wants, and aspiration of both the people and the government. It embraces almost the limitless range of the activities on uncultivated lands and thus reduces the pressure on the nation's forest resources. Social forestry is also known as extension forestry. Forestry is also known as extension forestry, mine forestry, urban forestry, tree farming, Van Mahotsava, recreation forestry, livestock forestry, etc. Most of these names indicate utility of the forest, features of social forestry. Social forestry is a forestry for community development. It consists of what it does consist of? Restoration, reallocation, reorganization. Restoration, you can understand, just to store it again. Reallocation, allocating or dividing among it to the person who are in charge to take care. Reorganization, again constructing the team. If one team is just not properly working, we have to reorganize the team of existing forest land for the total development of the land and the people living on it. Not only the team, we have to divide the particular type of lands also, reorganize them. Joint management of the forest and its production process, and developing the socio-economic structure that makes the above two possible. Let us see what are the objectives of social forestry. The main objective of the social forestry, as recommended by National Commission on Agriculture, include the following: providing fuel wood fodder for cattle, timber and minor forest products to rural people, utilizing the available lands according to its productive capacity, developing the local cottage industry by providing raw materials. Then we are providing efficient conservation for soil and water, providing employment opportunities to the rural people, increasing the agriculture production by using cow dung and manure, fulfilling the recreational needs of the people, improving the improving the aesthetic scene of the area, achieving all round rural development as a part of integrated rural development program. Agroforestry, although we have just read in important points, let us elaborate it. Agroforestry is a part of social forestry and represent the intermediate stage between the forestry and agriculture. Agroforestry refers to the sustainable system of managing a piece of land through combined production of agricultural crops and forest crops and animal rearing to ensure the most efficient land use under management system in accordance with socio-cultural practices of the local people. Agroforestry aims to provide conservation of the land and its improvement in order to achieve a combined produce of forest and agricultural crops. There are objectives for agroforestry also. Let us see what are agroforestry objectives. To reduce pressure on natural forest, for obtaining timber as well as non-timber forest produce, to check soil erosion and to maintain the natural fertility of the soil, to maintain ecological balance along with proper utilization of farm resources, to make the best use of all the available resources like land, manpower, livestock, ecological factors, etc., to obtain a variety of forest produce such as food, fuel, fodder, livestock, recreation, variety of forest products, and sustainably from the same land. Agroforestry is different from traditional forestry in the scene in the sense that it is not vulnerable to the population stress. Vulnerable, you can say, dangerously subjected to the population stresses. It is created in accordance with the socio-cultural practices of the population. Socio-cultural practices of the population with local. In fact, agroforestry coordinates with local population and reduces the pressure of population on traditional forestry. So that is the objectives of agroforestry you have to keep in mind. Let us see, we have exercise now for this chapter. After concluding this chapter, if you have some more doubt, I will be uploading some of the slides also, videos also based on this, like smart class videos I will be uploading for you so that you can understand more in the video form. And based on those understanding, combined understanding of this, what I read and what I explain at the same time, what I will show you as a audio visual aid. So you people have to do this exercise. It's compulsory homework for you. So doing homework, all this exercise. Homework with sincere effort. Okay? So do it. Don't save your work, but you have to don't save so much your energies. You have to save your time so that you can work properly. You can see on this page number 125 there are questions. Question 1, 2, 3, 4. Four questions are here, and marking scheme is same. A question and B question will be coming of 2 mark. C question and D question will be coming of 3 mark. So like this is the marking scheme. All questions are very important. Do them. We have more question on page 126. Question 5, question 6, question 7. So all these are also homework for you. Find the answers which are directly available in the book. No need to write, but which you are molding and writing in your own language, that you have to write in your notes book. I'm not compelling you to write all, but still at least 60% answers you have to write in your notebooks. That is what with you will learn. Now let us see assignment, that is coming holidays work. Although I have told you all the chapters, still I'll try to complete 11 or 12 chapter before 30th May. That is my aim. And you people be completing 90% syllabus. Like this, you will be completing 90% syllabus of half yearly exams. Based on this knowledge, let us come to the assignments. Here, we have internal assessments for you, class 10th students. Pay attention, it is very, very important, given by the board only. ICC board has given this in their regulation syllabus, and from that we have just shoot it for you so that you can write it. Take your notebooks and please note down, very, very important and broad choice we have given you. So candidate means the students will be required to prepare a project on any one topic. The topic for assignment may be selected from the list of suggested assignments given below. Students or candidates can also take up an assessment of their choice under any of the broad areas given below. Suggested lists of assignment. First of all, local geography. You have to understand land use pattern in different regions of India. A comparative analysis. Land use pattern in different regions of India. In different parts of India, you have seen different land. We have mountains also, we have plateaus also, we have riverbeds also, we have oceans also, we have seasides also, we have beaches also. So different places, we have deserts also. Different places have different analysis. So that analysis you have to go through. You can take some internet help to understand what is the different patterns, region pattern of India. Then survey of the local market on type of the shops and services offered. This also coming in your first category. It have two parts. Second, project on environment you can make. It is wildlife conservation forest in India. This is one of the topic. Third, choosing topic. Out of this 5 topic or 7 topics I'm giving you, out of the 7 choice you can select anyone. It's very, very good for you. Second, current geographical issues like development of tourism in India. Transport in India also you can make one project if you feel easy. Anyone you make. Development page limit is 20 to 25 pages. Okay. Development of road, rail, water, and air routes. Minimum 20 pages you have to keep in mind. Fifth project we have list of different types of industries. I hope you understood development of road, rail, water, and air routes. List of different types of industries in the states and collect the information about the types of raw material used, mode of their procurement and disposal of waste generated. Classify these industries as polluting or environment friendly and suggest possible ways of reducing pollution caused by these units. Here it is, HHW for you, my dear students. So be seriously note it down. From 1st June to 30 June, you have to do this holiday homework. There are more choices which I'm showing you now. Need of industrialization in India and the latest trend and impacts on the economy of India. Next is visit a water treatment plant, sewage, which treats the plant or garbage, sewage treatment plant or garbage dumping or vermicomposting. Vermicomposting means a place where many things are dumped into the ground. Vermicomposting is there in the last chapters of geography that you can see in the locality and study they are working. So how you will be getting these marks? It is carrying 20 marks. Let us see what are the evaluation process which we will consider. We have to consider the child's caliber. That is, external examiner will be there and a teacher nominated by the head of the school that is there. So two teachers will be going through your projects, and 20 marks will be given on your hard work, on your properly dealing with the project with full diagrams. Keep the project in a good quality, it is of a standard quality, and it should have good, because it will be retained for the school, and marks will be sent to the council. So this should be of superior quality. Keep in mind, don't make like you have made in ninth class. Better than that. It should not have much don't use much plastic, use eco-friendly material only. You can just use thread or make paper cover only. Don't use plastic cover. That will be good enough. At the same time, keep handwriting neat and clean, proper matter. They should be good matter. On the basis of matter, you will get good marks. So till then, take care. Goodbye. This much for today.